Okay, so I've got a few things I want to look at today. I've got a few coins I'm looking at, a few potential opportunities, and a few little bits and pieces I want to go over. But first off, before I get into it, please go over to my X account if you haven't already and follow me on X, because I'm going to start posting sometimes on X as well, or Twitter, because it's just easier to post sometimes on Twitter rather than make a full-on YouTube video, because I don't have time to make YouTube videos every day because I work a full-time job. So it's easier just to fire off a quick X post, a quick Twitter post every now and again, right? I can do that more often. So yeah, go over and follow me on that. The link to that is in my YouTube channel, on the front page of my YouTube channel, so go and get that, subscribe to that. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already, and drop a like on this video. So getting into it, let's take a quick look at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is looking pretty good right now, right? It's hovering right at the all-time highs. It did pretty much touch all-time highs again, so we're probably going to get a push past all-time highs pretty soon, or soon enough, right? Maybe we get a little bit of a pullback, but sooner enough this all-time high is going to be taken out, right? Because it's so close. I mean, it's basically there. The stock market's been rallying constantly, so the stock market's just up and away. We've got potentially more rate cuts coming soon, okay, this year, and maybe next year as well. So yeah, with the stock market and everything pumping up, a lot of this is going to flow into Bitcoin. Bitcoin's already at all-time highs, so sooner or later this is going to break all-time highs, and then this is going to flow into the altcoins, right? And then we can see ETH pumping. So ETH currently right now is pretty much all-time highs almost, and then yeah, it's going to flow down to the other coins obviously, and then we can potentially have, hopefully, an explosive rally towards the end of the year this year. That'd be nice. That would work out perfectly with the 4-year cycle. That's what we all want, that's what we're all hoping for, right? Although I think there is a chance it could be a bit delayed, because a lot of people are expecting that. They're expecting a crash as well, so a lot of people are holding back. They're a little bit apprehensive because they're expecting, obviously, a bear market to come, right? But I think what could happen is they think a bear market's going to come, and then it doesn't, because everything hasn't pumped enough yet for a big crash to happen. In order for a big crash to happen, you kind of need a big pump to happen first, right? Obviously, if some really bad news happens, then everything can crash anyway because of the bad news. But really, when we've seen the big crashes previously, it's because the market was going absolutely crazy, and then you just get a big crash because it's like a correction. The price is correcting itself because it's gone too crazy, okay? But we're not seeing this right now. The prices are not crazy. The prices are pretty modest right now, okay? So I don't see any reason for a big crash. So I think a lot of people are going to be apprehensive and expecting a crash, and when they realise, oh, there's not going to be a crash, then maybe people are going to be more confident to invest heavy, and there's going to be a lot more hype, right? So I think there is a chance of that. And then the bull market could run straight into 2026 and even way through into 2026. I think that's completely possible. No guarantees of that, obviously. We could pump into the rest of this year and then have the 4-year cycle, because it can happen fast, right? Like this huge run up back in 2020, 2021 here, this first big run up was only a few months. It only took like 2 or 3 months, this whole entire run. So if that happens in the next few months, you know, that would squeeze into the rest of this year. So it's entirely possible. Yeah, it can happen fast, but you know, it's just two different alternatives that I think are possible that can happen. Because the market's a bit slower now, right? Back here it was all just retail pretty much, whereas now we've got all the institutions and stuff, so it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different, right? It's a little bit more mature. Oh yeah, another thing, by the way, that could pump the markets up is Trump is talking about doing these stimulus checks. So one of the reasons that there was a big bull market back here in 2021 is because of the COVID stimulus checks, right? Which meant people had more money just lying around in their bank or whatever, that they could basically invest into markets, right? Because they had the spare change on the side to just throw into the market. So that's one of the things that triggered this in 2021. So Trump's doing something similar, or he's talking about doing something similar to that now. Stimulus checks for tariffs. So yeah, we've got the rate cuts, we've got those stimulus checks that Trump's talking about. So it's all looking good from here, really. It's looking like the bull market is going to continue, and like I say, Bitcoin's going to run, Ethereum's going to run. Ethereum still didn't break out past its 2021 high yet, so when it does do that, it's probably going to have a nice big pump past it, because people are going to start FOMOing in after the breakout past all-time high. People are going to start FOMOing in, right? And then the rest of the market's going to pick up again. We can see the rest of the altcoins picking up a little bit more steam. And then obviously in the meme coins as well. I think most of retail are going to invest into the meme coins. That just seems to be how it is nowadays. Meme coins is where all of retail goes. So because retail comes into the market looking for insane 100x gains, right? And you find that in the meme coin casino, right? So this is where retail goes, because retail comes into crypto to gamble, basically. So if you just get into the right meme coins before them and they will come in, then yeah, you're laughing all the way to the bank, right? And this is why I'm in Cocoro, because this one, even right now, is only past 3 million market cap, which is crazy low. When the altcoins start pumping again and the meme coins start picking up steam and becoming more popular again, retail starts flooding back into the meme coins. You get the meme season, exchanges start listing meme coins left, right and centre. You get all the exchanges, HTX, Binance, listing meme coins like Cocoro, and then they go absolutely crazy, right? Because retail's coming into the market and exchanges want to list these coins because retail are FOMOing into meme coins already. So by listing these meme coins, they make tons of money because retail just FOMOs into whatever they list, right? So when the meme season's happening, if Binance just says, oh, list Cocoro, then all of the new retail that's FOMOing into the market is just going to buy Cocoro because it's just been listed on Binance, and it can fly like crazy, right? This is basically how it works. So yeah, that's why I'm just pretty much all in on Cocoro, because I think there's a good chance of this happening. And it's having a little bit of a pump today because it's just got relisted onto CoinGecko. There's been some problems with IP and the other Cocoro basically attacking this Cocoro with their IP. If you want to know the full story with that, just go back and watch my previous video and you can know all about that from my previous video. I spoke about it in that one. But yeah, so there's been some issues with this one. It was delisted on CoinGecko as well, and today it's just been relisted onto CoinGecko. So this is why we're seeing this pump here. People are FOMOing back into it, or maybe some lucky people are only just hearing about it now. I wish I was one of those people. Could have got in way cheaper. Now that it's back onto CoinGecko, that's a good sign that it's probably going to get back up onto Uniswap pretty soon and onto Etherscan. And when that does happen, we're probably going to see some bigger pumps than this. Or we're almost definitely going to see some bigger pumps than this, because this is only CoinGecko. CoinGecko is nothing, really. CoinGecko is just, doesn't really mean anything, and you're already seeing a pump based on that. So yeah, this is just an accumulation zone for Cocoro for me. I'm accumulating down here, bringing my average down. Just stacking up, getting ready for the probable pumps that I think are going to happen. So another coin I want to talk about, because this is a super popular coin. This is being spoke about everywhere at the moment. This is the trending coin, should I say. This is Aster, okay? So this is a decentralized DEX similar to Hyperliquid, and this is currently a 3.3 billion market cap, whereas Hyperliquid is a 16 billion market cap. So if it's the competitor to Hyperliquid, then yeah, it could catch up with Hyperliquid, which is basically a 5x from here. So yeah, this is potentially a good one. But personally, I don't really like to buy that many coins that are 3 billion market cap. I only really buy coins that are at a high market cap if it's a layer 1. Because layer 1s have a very high growth potential. Layer 1 can go to like 100 billion market cap. You've seen it countless times in 2021. So yeah, layer 1s can, it doesn't really matter if they're in the billions, because they can still go a lot higher. So unless it's a layer 1, I'll probably stay away from it. I won't really bother with it. But this one can still go, like I just showed you. It's like I just showed you, it could catch up with Hyperliquid. But me personally, I'm a degenerate. I'm looking for the 100x's, so not for me. But if this one starts rallying, I might start day trading it or something. This one I was looking at, Avantis. Okay, so this is a pretty new one that's come out, but it's not. I haven't really heard about people speaking about it as much as people have been speaking about Aster. Like, I've heard a lot of people talking about Aster, but this one's a little bit more under the radar. It only come out just under a month ago. It had a rally up, and now it's had a correction. It's holding above $1. I did post this on X earlier, by the way, so this is the sort of thing I'm going to be posting on X. So if you want to follow me on X and keep up with these sort of things, then this is the type of thing I'm going to be posting on X. Okay, so yeah, it had a rally from the beginning. It's had a bit of a pullback. It's holding above $1, and basically based on the fib extension, I think if this one's going to pick up some volume, because the volume's kind of low right now, right? The volume's tapered off. But if we can get some volume coming back in, I think this could potentially rally back up towards the 1.618 fib extension into this green box up here. Okay, so that would give like a 3 or a 4x on a trade. And obviously if you use leverage, which is what I'd be interested in doing with this one, I mean, you could buy it now. I mean, there's no guarantees it's going to go up, obviously, but you could just spot hold it and then get a 3 or a 4x maybe. But, you know, if I see some volume coming in and this one starts taking off, then I might like swing trade this, because obviously if you get a 3x on this, but you use leverage, let's say you use 3x leverage and it does a 3x, then you've made a 9x. Okay, so this is the beauty with leverage, is you know, you can trade the higher cap coins but you can multiply the X's you're getting. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at this one for. I'm not really spot holding anything right now. The only thing I'm spot holding is Cocoro, because Cocoro has 100x plus potential. So I'm spot holding that, and then I'm basically trading, leverage trading other coins that I see. But this coin looks pretty good though. I'll give you a quick glimpse into what this coin is. So, global markets, limitless leverage, built on and backed by base, trade crypto, forex, metals, commodities, indices, straight from your wallet. So it's a real world assets, crypto, and yeah, it's basically tokenizing real world assets. Like you can trade forex and metals and stocks and stuff like that, but in crypto, right? That's basically what it is. So yeah, that's just pretty cool. I thought you can trade metal and forex, and yeah, you can trade other markets, but you can trade them in crypto. So this is pretty cool, and it's a 300 million market cap right now. So there's still potential for growth with this one, and if it goes to where I said it could go, into that green box, which is a 3 or a 4x on where it is now, then what I'd put it at roughly a billion market cap. So that's a psychological level as well, a billion market cap. So makes a lot of sense. I definitely think it could do that, and it's picking up a little bit right now. It's interesting to see that, right? Like when you see it kind of hit a bottom and then it comes up and it bounces and it forms a lower high, it's kind of slowly picking up, right? It's kind of what you want to see. That's usually a good time to be getting in. It's not foolproof, don't get me wrong, it's not foolproof at all, but that's usually a good sign. Another thing I just want to talk about is the SPX 6900. I know this one's kind of high for a meme coin, right? It's a billion market cap, or 1.3 billion market cap. But recently I got listed on Coinbase, okay? So Coinbase is right here. Got listed on them, I can't remember, I think it was maybe a month ago or something like that. So now this is on Coinbase, and it's only had a small pump since then. I mean, it's had quite a big pump really, but it's small for a Coinbase pump. And now that it's on Coinbase, when retail floods back into the market, I think this one's going to go up quite a lot, because Coinbase is easy for normies to buy, right? It's easy to buy on Coinbase. That's the first app that everybody downloads. It's just the easiest one. It's the one that all the normies use when they first join crypto, right? So when retail comes in, they can go on Coinbase and they can easily buy the SPX 6900, okay? So it's easy access for them, and it's easy for them to relate to, right? Because a lot of people know what the SPX 500 is, right? They know what the stock market is, the S&P 500, and they'll come in and they'll see a meme coin that's the SPX 6900, and they'll see it on Coinbase, because the normies know how to use Coinbase. A lot of them have probably come from stocks, so they know what the S&P 500 is, and you know, it'll just click. Like, it makes sense, right? The SPX 6900 makes a lot of sense, and now it's easy to buy on Coinbase. So when retail floods back into the market, they can buy it on Coinbase. I think this one has a lot of potential pumps in it, right? During the alt season, I think this one can do, you know, I think it can go higher, basically, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm not currently buying this because it's quite a high market cap, but I might trade it when the market heats up. So yeah, this one's always on my watch list. And to be honest, if the Coinbase listing came whilst retail was here, this would have exploded a lot more. Like, you see this little pump here, I think this was because of it, because of Coinbase. If retail was in the market and we were in the midst of a bull run, like the alt season, then this would have exploded way higher than this. So yeah, we might get sort of like a lag effect, where when the retail comes, then the pump will come late. The Coinbase pump will come later, you know. So yeah, I'll just leave that there. One more thing I want to talk about. I'm not really watching this one anymore. I've kind of lost interest in it now. But I was talking about getting a trade open on this down here at the bottom, okay, just before it rallied. I was saying that this one could have a revival similar to what Pengu did. It came back to its launch price, and what do you know, it did exactly that and went a little bit higher. It pretty much imitated exactly what Pengu did. But yeah, I missed this one because I was concentrating too much on Cocoro, and I didn't really have the mental bandwidth to do both at the same time. So I missed it, but I was going to take a trade onto this one, but I got distracted by Cocoro. So yeah, I'm not really interested in trading this one now because the run's already happened. I'm not sure if there's going to be another one yet. But yeah, maybe if this one comes down and kind of finds a bottom somewhere down at these levels down here, then maybe I'll get in on another. Maybe I'll be looking at it again, but we'll see. But yeah, that's it for this one. So if you gained anything from this, please drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and also go over to my X like I was saying earlier. Give me a follow on there to keep up any of my posts. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.